Folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now.
I'm feeling happiness.
But we must accept the results of this election.
Maybe.
Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory.
Good.
I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition.
Stay away.
And that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
Well, we did it. We got as far as we could. And here is the entire team of people. And minus Danica Patrick, of course, because Danica is going to be there soon. So, yeah, this is cool. By the way, Magic Night, I couldn't find this on other platforms, so I could only put it for YouTube. But that's okay. So, yeah, I'm very happy for this. This is what we needed. The country needed this desperately. The country was dying, okay? It was chugging along, okay? So, what can anyone do? There's the winner right there. And I'm sorry to say that Mr. Adam Schiff is our fucking U.S. Senator for California. What the fuck? But it looks like the Republicans have control. So it's a red House and a red Senate. So he's going to have to submit himself. He's going to have to humiliate himself before the president, or he's fired. You know how that works. You're fired. But I want to talk to you all about California. We went through a lot to get California cleaned up. Now, even though Adam Schiff we still have Adam Schiff as a senator. We still have Gavin Newsom as our fucking governor. If not, it'd probably be Jerry Brown for the 100th time. He'd probably be on life support by this moment. But I want to review what we had to do. We had to go through not one, not two, but 3 recalls of mayors. So let us now go into the sort of the last leg of this election, 2024. Our little segment I like to call, the 3 recalled California mayors. Culprit number 1. Now, by the way, if there are any other, listen to my voice, if there are any other California recalled mayors other than the ones I've listed, please write this in the comment section. And also, if you live in another U.S. state where you recalled your mayor, senator, governor, district attorney, etc., please write that in the comments below too. Let's go over these 3 now. This is Pamela Price. Pamela Price. So this is from Reddit. DA Pamela Price should be recalled. So we're going to go over what she did wrong here. Pamela Price currently is the, I think she's going to get kicked out in a moment. She was the current mayor of Alameda. So I don't know much about Alameda. I think Alameda is pretty far from me. So let's go down here, okay? We're going to look at the comments. The comments will tell the story. The flair of the posts indicate it's a controversial topic. Enhancement moderation. Okay, so this is just a warning here. Okay, so let's see. This is the top 10% commentator. So, or commenter. The Chronicle reported this month that Price's office missed deadlines to file charges. It's more than 1,000 misdemeanor cases that have been sitting on her desk for a year. A stunning miscarriage of justice that left victims hanging and eliminated rehabilitation and accountability opportunities for offenders. Following the Chronicle report, Price said she was assigning extra prosecutors to deal with the caseload, but didn't know how long it would take to clear or even how many cases were backed up. Luke Fadum, a UC Davis lecturer and former prosecutor to the United Nations, the California Department of Justice and Napa County, my family lives near Napa, told the editorial board that allowing so many cases to miss their statute of limitations was egregious, quote, end quote. Quote here, I haven't heard of anything like it in another office, Faden said, end quote, noting that misdemeanor cases are generally fairly simple, quote, and, quote, a well-run office will typically file charges not long after receiving a police report. Another quote says, if you're caught by the police but not charged, he said, that's even more empowering to offenders than not getting caught at all. Yeah. And another commentator says, I tried so hard to be fair to her as I'm not a lawyer and I don't know the right way to punish and rehabilitate, but this one issue is what seemed, this is what sealed the deal for me. It just screams incompetence. So let him go, Price. Pamela, no Price, really screwed things up for us. That's really sad. So let's take one last look at her. I wouldn't get behind her if you paid me $1 billion in any sense of that word or sentence. I would not get behind her in any sense of that phrase. That's sad. Okay, so this is from 3 weeks ago. Editorial: Recall Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao. Now, I've heard some things, including a baseball team. So those are my emails. You can email me if you want, but we're going to go ahead and skip ahead here. Let's get that down. Okay, moderator announcement. Okay, let's see if we can find something on her to explain what she did wrong. Okay. I voted for Tao, but I'm not thrilled with how things have been like any Oakland resident. That said, she inhabited an absolute mess. The city's finances in COVID were disastrous. The police situation is a national news story that is a 20-plus year embarrassment. The police seem to have been wildcat striking, or they're just really awful at their job. In parentheses, see how CHP did more than a week than OPD did in a year. Oakland Police Department. Either way, this isn't a thing the mayor magically solves. The oversold development of downtown is faced with sketchy dealings from the 2015 plus boom era. The previous mayor had a deep network and was found guilty of unduly wielding power for political influence. None of this excuses Tao or being linked to the literal mafia. But geez, it seems like, it's the rot is all the way through the tree trunk. In short, I don't support the recall, not because I think Tao is amazing or even good, LOL, but because recalling feels like a knee-jerk temporary fix to something that needs a much deeper fix. If we succeed in recalling her, I predict from here on out we never get to the root of the problem in Oakland and just continue voting out figureheads. I do think, before I read the next 10% commenter here, I think that Trump and Trump's team, if Trump sticks to his word and keeps that team that we just saw, that I just showed you, okay? And that short, and the short is there separately if you want to watch it. But if he keeps his word, and, to Donald John Trump, you can screw this up. It is not impossible to screw this up. But if he sets a good example, this is an example to California, to Newsom, and we'll get to the last mayor who's not recalled, but we'll get to her at the end. You gotta stop your bullshit. This is what happens when we allow the left in 2024 to continue on. This is what happens, and some Democrats did get elected in. Okay, we got Adam Schiff in, Gavin's still our governor. This is what happens. You see what happens. Okay. I don't know what's going on with Hawaii. As of right now, Hawaii has I don't know how many is in. They marked it for blue. Now, I see some tweets saying that it's red. I want to see updates. If anybody who lives in Hawaii, you know who your friends voted for, you know who your family voted for, please respond to me too in the comments. Okay, I want to know who Tulsi's people voted for, the majority. I want to know that. Okay. So let's go to this comment here. I was talking about this with a friend last night. Neither of us support the recall efforts on principle, but Tao has been abysmal and the investigations are really concerning. I want to vote no because I think that recall should only be used in exceptional cases, like some, and not because you don't like someone or the job they're doing. Otherwise, respect the voters that put them there and don't waste taxpayer time and money. That Tao is making it hard to hold to those beliefs. Yeah, I mean, recalls are very expensive. Taxes go up every time a recall is made. That's why I said no to most propositions and measures, because we don't need to be overtaxed. Okay. However, if people are misinformed on their candidates, like Tao, and didn't Tao sacrifice a baseball team? Wasn't there a baseball team that the Oakland? Let's see. It was clear then that Councilmember Tao ran for mayor in 2022 that she was not prepared for the job, including details of a tax increase she voted for to put on the year's ballot. Oakland side choice. The chaos will happen if she is recalled. Something like that. Let me see something else. Initially, I was against the recall because the whole recalling a mayor I don't like and never voted for the party. But then there are three things that happened here. One, her home was raided by the FBI despite being presumed innocent until proven guilty. She really mishandled the situation to the point where she disappeared during a period when violence rocked the city once again, and we really needed some mayoral leadership. Since then, her appearances have been spotty at best. If she gets indicted, she won't be able to do her job. The stadium deal is turning out to be a huge headache, and it should never have happened. She misled everyone on key details with that deal. She didn't even write a rebuttal to her recall campaign. How am I supposed to take her desire to be taken to be mayor seriously? She can't do a basic statement against her recall. Let's see. Here's another top commentator. Something is what was this? That's false. The city did apply. They applied for California grants to clear homeless encampments. So I know that Gavin Newsom it was clearing homeless encampments. Okay, he had to. The gun was to his head. You know, I know Gavin Newsom had to do this. Okay, so the city did apply and received the homeless encampment grant. 7 I'm going to say that's $7 million in April this year. There are three times the grants are given out, and we already received it the first time. Second was recently announced, and there will be a third grant awarded. I believe we can apply for the third grant. No need to give out false information. So the bungling things. So we do this a lot in California, recalling politicians who aren't the problem but aren't the solution either. Gray Davis, I wasn't going to support the mayor. Let me see what right in front of us here. But one of the most culturally significant and probably most lasting strikes against Tao is the departure of the Oakland Athletic Major League Baseball team for Las Vegas. Oh my God. That something's wrong when that happens. It's like what happened in Brooklyn in 1947 that the Dodgers came over here. Like, remember the Brooklyn Dodgers? Remember when Bugs Bunny would play for the Brooklyn Dodgers? Remember that? Oh my God. So yeah, thanks a lot, Mayor Tao. You are not missed at all. You will not be missed at all. And finally, London Breed is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Breed is falling down. Unfair lady. Let's look at the headlines here. Daniel Lurie poised to be next mayor of San Francisco after spending record sum in election. Daniel Lurie. So Daniel Lurie is replacing London Breed. What can I say about London Breed? She has this rapper boyfriend that's idiotic, right? But let me show you. We'll just do a little recap of what she's done wrong. Oh yes. Do y'all remember this video? Paul Joseph Watson's review of San Francisco. Oh yeah. This is London Breed's legacy. The flowers in your hair. Oh yeah, I should check out this page. Graphic images. Don't look at it. Don't look at the images.
Dr. Riley has researched some of the dirtiest slums in the world, but believes contamination levels.
Yep, that's what happens. Look at that stuff. Look at that. Oh. And yeah, so we got rid of London Breed. We got rid of Shang. We got rid of Pamela Price. And so now we still have kind of another problem. Look, and this is the thing, Rosario Dawson. I don't think Rosario's ever going to watch my videos. Rosario, you backed Kamala Harris and you backed Karen Bass, and both of them have turned out terribly. Okay, Karen Bass, mayoress. If these three recalls should be a lesson to you, okay. I mean, when you couple the three recalls with the way Kamala Harris had run things as vice president, with the way Joe Biden had run things as vice president, all these narratives telling us that Trump's racist and Trump's a Nazi, beware the Nazis, beware the racists and sexists and all this shit. Meanwhile, the blue team, they were corrupting the city. San Francisco, Kamala Harris was part of San Francisco. So was fucking Gavin Newsom, okay? Some progressive things needed to happen. Gay marriage should be allowed. Some abortion rights should stay in place. Late abortion could fuck off, okay? I mean, a baby dumpster law should never be in place. After that, separation of church and state. But Karen Bass, if you don't clean up Los Angeles, you're going to get recalled in 2026. It's going to happen. And Hawaiians, make sure your vote gets counted in 2026. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this segment as much as I did. Best of luck to Trump. Fuck off Adam Schiff. Fuck off Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass. Get your act together. Shape up. This is what happens when you don't do what the people want you to do. The end.